I love this. It's too big for the box, so they put it in a bag. That's when you know you're onto a winner. This is the May Tackle Club Saltwater Inshore Box. So naturally I gravitate to doing the biggest lure first. So this time we'll do the bigger lure first. We have the Chase Baits Ultimate Squid in the 200 mil. This is a great snack size squid, not for the angler, but for the fish you're chasing. These things are dynamite on kingfish, snapper, mahi, cod, pretty much anything that eats a squid. This is the bigger profile of them, absolutely huge. So we've included hooks to match, win. All right, so here we have the 21 gram, 0.75 ounce 4.0 twin assist hooks made for the ultimate squids. This is known as the Squid Rig by Chase Baits. So pretty easy to set up. All you're gonna do is slide this down deep into your squid. Once you have the hook penetrated coming out where you want it to line up, you've got the assist hook to put on, and you're gonna add that onto the little clip underneath. Now the cool thing about this setup is the extra little spinning blade underneath that you might have seen on spinnerbaits and such. Now this is gonna add a little bit of flash and vibration to your ultimate squid. Awesome setup, can be super easy to fish, but you can put a bit of effort into it as well. If you want to fish it the easy way, simply cast it out or just drop it down, stick the rod in the rod holder, especially if you've got a bit of swell as well, then this thing will just dance and sway up and down in the water with that, and it is a super easy way to fish while you cast some other plastics as well. If you're gonna cast with this, that is completely fine, but then you're gonna get a little bit more action out of that spinning blade that's on there. So long cast out, let it sink down, slow to medium roll. I probably wouldn't do this over too much structure because you do run the risk of snagging up. So I will probably try and fish this vertically most of the time. Now, if you're going to be doing some trolling, then we've got a great option here from our Australian friends at Halco. So these are Australian lures. The Halco is the Australian Lure Company. So here I have the Halco Laser Pro in the 120 DD, double D. Great for trolling up mackerel, great for trolling up snapper, wahoo, perfect. Already got some heavy jig heads on here, and you can troll with this at a fairly quick pace. The recommended speed for this one is 4 to 6 knots, and it does have a unique internal weight system which moves to the rear of the lure for casting, giving it the ultimate straight line trajectory and maximum casting distance. Now, if you're not going to be trolling with this, it is also a slow floater, which is ideal for that twitch retrieve. So if you're, say, working on some shallow shoals or some reef, you can just twitch as well with this, which is perfect. It's not just going to erratically quick float back up, but it's a slow float, so you can twitch with your retrieve, which is perfect. Now, if you're in the deeper waters or you're just working vertically like we spoke about before, awesome little lure to add into your tackle box is this one from Damigi, Japan. So this is the big mouse. It's not actually a mouse, it's actually just a shiny lead weight with a skirt and some hooks on it, but that makes it a micro jig, and micro jigs are so easy and fun to fish with. You're just gonna drop it down, let it hit the bottom. I like to do like a half a crank just to bring it a little bit off the bottom and just jig it up and down, maybe 1, 2, 3, and then wind as you drop that rod down, just to lift it higher up in the water column, and you're slowly covering that water column back to the boat. Now, if you do have a sounder and you can see where the active fish are sitting, you don't need to bring it all the way back up to the boat. Just work that active patch or where the structure is, and then open the bail arm or drop that bait back down, drop the lure back down, and just repeat. Slow jigging. perfect for that. That's the big mouse from Damigi, Japan. Now we're going to jump over to the soft plastics in the range. Starting off with the bigger profile from Damigi, the Damigi Anchovy Shad. I've got mine here in a white pearl, what do they call it? Cream white glow. That's actually one of my favorite colors to fish with, so that's great. With this one, I'm gonna rig this up on, depends how deep you're fishing, but like 1/4 to 1 ounce to 2-3 ounces even. Just depends on the current and the depth. You're gonna have to get used to which size jig head is gonna suit for the depth and the current that you're fishing in. But once you've worked that out, you can either cast and retrieve or work these vertically. Once again, I love vertical fishing with micro jigs, so I'm probably myself gonna work this vertically. Nice heavy head so I can keep my line straight, drop it straight down over that sunken ship, that pirate ship, yar, or reef. But if you're casting, drop the weight back of your jig head to like 1/4 to 1 ounce maybe. You can do a faster retrieve, or with a lighter jig head, a slower retrieve with some hops and getting twitchy. Now, if you're not getting hit on the bigger one, we've included a smaller plastic here from Samaki. So part of the Samaki boom baits range is the 5-inch forking jerk. So this is a little fork tail plastic. Very similar style to the Damigi one, but obviously a couple inches shorter, which can be all the difference in whether you go home with fish, catch fish, or do not catch fish. I've also got different colors here as well. So the pearl one I find is just a fantastic all-rounder. The color I've got in this one is a pearl ginger squid in the UV. This one here, I like to fish around natural structure. So definitely if I'm fishing shallower waters or some super sexy structure, I'm gonna tie this one on. Smaller profile bait can often mean a large array of species. You might be catching some small grassies and then you may start smashing some super sized snapper as well. That's the good thing. But then same with the big plastic. Just mixing and matching to cover a lot of different fields here. And to go with the plastics, we've also included the Gulp Gel Rub on scent. Now I've fished with Gulp plastics stacks and they've caught me a lot of fish where other plastics may not have. And all this is put down to the science and technology put into the scents that Gulp have in their plastics. And they've now released it in this Gulp Gel Rub on scent. So rub it onto your hard bodies, rub it onto your plastics, rub it onto your grandma. Whatever you got to do to catch that fish, a scent can often help. But that's it for the Tackle Club Saltwater Inshore box this month. If you want to check it out or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.